and gentlemen, I would like to personally welcome you to the 2019 graduation ceremony. Thank you to administration, teachers, family, and friends who have gathered here today to join us in celebration of our academic achievements. I would like to begin by saying I am truly honored to represent the class of 2019 as valedictorian. This may surprise a lot of people who are in attendance, but thankfully no one has blamed the Russians or demanded a recount thus far. The title of valedictorian is given to the person in the graduating class with the highest accumulated grade point average over his or her high school career, which is a perfect example of something that makes you a winner and a loser at the same time. Although I had an idea that I would be giving this speech for a very long time, I decided to treat it as I would anything else school-related. And I began writing this speech at 2 o'clock this morning. I didn't know exactly what to write about in this speech, but I did know that I should use this platform to first glorify God. The Lord is the only reason any of us are standing here today, and His love and guidance have helped this class through the intense journey that we call school. As you grew up, you probably heard the phrase, "Through Christ, all things are possible." This is clearly evident by Him allowing all of us to make it through and be a part of this graduating class. I truly believe that God gives each and every person in the world different characteristics, strengths, and weaknesses. The class of 2019 is no different in this sense. For example, God blessed Kentavious Williams with unreal athletic ability. He blessed Travis Freeman with the ability to spot anyone who is not wearing their ID. He blessed Nick Shirk with an incredible ability to draw. The Lord also provided Ethan Ellenberg with an unbreakable hope and desire that the Gamecocks will finally win more than 7 games this year. He gave Nikeria Foster and Tyrell Wadman great senses of humor that can brighten anyone's day. He gave Matthew Murphy the ability to throw a baseball really fast without ever stepping foot in a weight room. God gave Jeremy Grimm a passion for cars that will carry him far into his career. He gave Dylan Harrison a beautiful beard that has remained the exact same since he was 6 years old. He gave Will Hepler a heavenly mullet and golf swing. He gave Brooklyn Boo Morton an infectious laugh that you probably only heard after 9 o'clock because she doesn't make it to school any earlier than that. And lastly, God blessed Emily Camp with the patience to fill out 300 or so college applications. And I'm personally grateful for her because thanks to her, I am not considered the worst driver in this class. The list goes on and on for every member of this class. However, all of the different characteristics, strengths, and weaknesses that make us unique as individuals came together to create an amazing graduating class that has grown together over the last 13 years. Over this time, we have experienced so much together. We passed through the primary school, where we lived for recess and girls actually participated in PE. We made it through elementary school, where we were told we were the worst class to ever come through 96 Elementary. And looking back at it, it makes me wonder how bad we could have been as 9 and 10-year-old fourth graders to earn that title. And with a blink of an eye, we were in the middle school. The class of 2019 is the first class to make it all the way through the new middle school and new high school. In middle school, we watched countless vines that we now oddly use to communicate with one another. We ran Coach Duffy's infamous obstacle course countless times. Coach Floyd dispersed endless wisdom to any of those who cared to listen. And every guy sitting before me had a crush on Miss Rush and or Miss Lake. One day, they even allowed the middle schoolers to venture over to where we stand today, to witness the pig rodeo, which was much more entertaining than what you guys are watching today. We shared our differences and even had a week where there were 5 fights, and no one really knew why everyone was so angry. However, we put our differences aside and got prepared for high school. High school is where everything started to get interesting. Rhett Duffy made a rookie mistake by deciding one of Miss Nelson's cupcakes was worth taking 10 senior guys' lunch trays to the dishwasher for the rest of the year. We were forced to run the fitness gram pacer test one last time for good measure. And the band won a state championship. Miss Miller fought with all of her heart to make the school as fun as it could possibly be. And the band won another state championship. As junior year approached, we started to see this moment getting closer. We started to think about colleges and our futures. But before we could get there, we clashed with standardized testing. The SAT made us SAD. The ACT made us begin to think that maybe college wasn't for us after all. But we fought through it all, knowing that we were so close to being seniors. Also, the band won another state championship. Finally, we made it to senior year. As seniors, we were able to reflect on our accomplishments athletically and academically. The football team moved from a 4-6 team our freshman year to a 9-3 team our senior season. And we had the best student section that 96 has had over the last 4 years. Our softball team brought home a state championship just a couple of weeks ago with the help of senior leaders Meredith Hendricks and Tweety Robinson. The baseball team has won back-to-back region titles with the help of a great group of senior leaders. And as you would have assumed, the band won another state championship. Academically, we have strived to be the best students we could possibly be. We took hundreds of quizzes, tests, bell ringers, and wrote countless papers to propel us into the next stage of life. Whether it be the workforce, the military, or college, the class of 2019 is prepared to attack any challenge that is set in front of it. We will be divided, as some of you will go far and wide on athletic scholarships, some of you to that college in Columbia, myself to Clemson, and some of you found a home down the road at Lander. Wherever you find yourself in the future, work with a purpose at everything you do. In 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24, Paul states, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receives the prize? So run that you may obtain the prize." What Paul is saying is that God did not put us on this earth to remain complacent. We were not made to live in our own comfort zones. Our lives will not end with this handshake and diploma. The class of 2019 has worked so hard to reach this point, but we are only beginning to scratch the surface of our potential. Chase your dreams and conduct yourself in a way that glorifies God, and success will surely follow. I urge each and every one of you to push yourself to be the best at whatever you're doing, and I can't wait to see what the future brings to this class. But remember, regardless of the distance we travel, the amount of money we go on to make, or where we decide to live, we will always have a home in 96 South Carolina. We develop relationships in this small town that will last a lifetime. Never forget the friends that you have made while playing sports, while sitting at the lunch table, while in class. Never forget your teachers who have loved you like their own children. Never forget the impact that the people in this community have had on your life. Although I know I'm going to have to explain myself countless times in the future when I say I'm from 96, I will always be proud to be a Wildcat. I'm extremely proud of all of you. Class of 2019, we made it. Thank you.